Subscribe to this YouTube channel and please enjoy watching this video. Here we go. With a quarter of the 2023-24 NBA season already gone, the Golden State Warriors have found themselves in an unfamiliar predicament. They currently sit in 11th place in the Western Conference with a record of 10-13, and if the season concluded today, they'd be sitting just outside the play-in tournament. A couple of glaring issues this season include Golden State's inability to establish an identity, inconsistent performance of key players, and struggles on the defensive side of the ball. The Warriors also suffer from a lack of size on the roster, which serves as a trickle-down effect on both sides of the ball. Though the first part of the season is over, Golden State still has a chance to turn things around before it's too late. Golden State's inconsistencies on both ends. The team is in 16th place in both offensive and defensive ratings. During their championship years, you could count on the Warriors for accurate, long-distance shooting and strong defense. Recently, however, Golden State has abandoned its identity on the defensive end, with their play more closely defined as middling rather than impressive. A lack of positional size has hurt the Warriors this season, even more so than in the past. While they have had success playing small ball in recent years, their lineup just hasn't found any continuity defending both on the perimeter and in the paint. It's an interesting conundrum because Golden State ranks second in the league in rebounds per game, 47.3, but they are also 20th in opposing points per game, 115.1. Given their troubles getting stops, there is a lot more pressure on Stephen Curry, who's averaging 29.1 points per game, and the rest of the offense, to carry them to victory. The Warriors are 11th in points per game, 115.5, and rank 6th in assists, 27.7, proving there's at least some spark on that side of the ball. However, Golden State ranks 26th in the league in turnover percentage, 15.6, proving the team still has trouble taking care of the ball, especially late in games. Working towards a healthy balance is imperative for Steve Kerr's squad to get back on track, but it won't happen if he doesn't mix up lineups more effectively moving forward, making the most of Steve Kerr's rotations. Figuring out the best lineup for every situation. Golden State's starting five has long been a strength of the franchise, especially during their 4 title runs. This season has been a lot different though. Not only have some players been in and out of the lineup, 2 key veterans, Andrew Wiggins and Klay Thompson, have significantly underperformed. Thompson's averaging almost 6 points less than last season, 15.4, and is shooting career lows from the field, 39.7%, and beyond the arc, 34.3%. Despite his lack of productivity, he remains second in minutes per game, 30.0, behind Curry. Wiggins, on the other hand, has not yet adapted to less responsibility among Kerr's core. His inconsistent play, though, has resulted in Kerr benching him down the stretch of close games. Depending on the matchup, he elects to go with either Chris Paul, Kevin Looney, or even Moses Moody at times in favor of Wiggins. To rectify this issue, it could be time for Kerr to either delegate one of Thompson, Wiggins, or even Draymond Green to the bench to spark the lineup. Wiggins is the most likely candidate, as Thompson and Green have been staples in the starting 5 through 4 championships. Kerr's willingness, or lack thereof, to bench struggling veterans will be a cloud hanging over them all year long. A roster shakeup could be looming. Potential trade pieces: Chris Paul, Moses Moody, Jonathan Kuminga. Golden State's slow start doesn't give room for much margin of error the rest of the season. Addressing the team's glaring lack of size and should be a priority before the trade deadline in February. 6'10" forward Dario Saric is the tallest player on the entire roster. Opting for a more traditional rotation will only occur if the Warriors decide to make a few key players available on the market. With a lineup featuring Curry, Paul, Green, Thompson, and Wiggins, the Warriors are truly built to compete now and in the very near future. The Western Conference is as competitive as it has been in quite some time. To get back into contention, they must covet a go-to frontcourt player to alleviate some pressure from Curry and his supporting cast. The most obvious candidates for a trade are Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody. Moody's made notable improvements in his game in his third campaign. He's averaging a career-high 8.7 points in 19.2 per game. Still, he usually finds himself on the bench if a close game hangs in the balance. If not Kuminga or Moody, Golden State must also consider deals for Looney, Wiggins and Thompson, the latter of whom is an unrestricted free agent in 2024. It's unlikely that Thompson will get benched, let alone traded this season, given his significance to the franchise, but Golden State might explore sign and trade options for him in the offseason. Trading either Looney or Wiggins would be a tough pill to swallow, but a package surrounding one of them and one of Kuminga or Moody could yield a star talent in the vein of Lauri Markkanen of the Utah Jazz. Golden State's final option is to stand pat and ride the season out with their current roster. The Warriors have always been a team that is fueled by proving doubters wrong and eliminating outside noise. While that might still be the case, it's too daunting of a task to try and overcompensate for their shortcomings in 2023-24. They struggled with size against the Lakers in last year's semifinals loss, but still haven't addressed the issue. If a trade isn't made at some point, the Warriors could easily fade into mediocrity. With time no longer on Golden State's side, the urgency to improve the roster and head back into contention is crucial. Let us know what you think about the entire thing in the comments section below. Additionally, stay tuned and subscribe to this YouTube channel for the latest news and updates from around the world. We sign out.